multiple wide receivers. I named 2 fucking players, you ugly fuck. And then finally, how have they led this offense? Najee Harris toting the rock. You know who's hurt? Najee Harris. Will he play? Potentially. I don't give a fuck. His ankle's cooked. All right, I'm done.
Welcome back to Snapback Bets, Week 11. I've got the fellas with me. We got Cozy Casey over here. And let me just say, I hope you sold all your Casey stock. We'll get to that in a second. I'm Jack Settleman. We got Uppy, who looks like a fucking idiot in his Steelers jersey. And we've got Timmy Takes, Mr. Whiteout, Mr. headed to Kent State on Tuesday. Tim, how'd we do last week?
You guys,
yeah, there it is.
You guys did not do so well. Jack had Indy in the points. Casey laid it with San Francisco. Uppy took the cheese with Dallas getting points. Me, New Orleans +4, winner. And Denver, our consensus finally gets off the mat.
Yeah, there we go.
Denver, we took the points at Denver in that one. So 2-3 week. Me, I get the win. Also was the proposal on the consensus, but obviously the media won't cover that. End of the day.
You literally are the media.
You're the media that just covered it.
Well, someone's got to say it, right? So yeah, that's where we stand. 2-3 week. Somehow Jack and Uppy pick like the 2 underdogs that didn't cover. I've been there, fellas. Been there. Trust me.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But I'm excited because...
Well, real quick, let's not forget that Tim still owes me $300 due to our head-to-head. Like that, not owes me. That is... I don't want that bet to be forgotten.
What are live line there? What's live line there?
Whatever. Plus 1,000.
Plus 1,000?
Sure.
What's the record right now? Because I'm about to hop in.
I believe I'm
Casey
7-3 and he's 3-7.
Yeah, and Tim is 3-7. So it's not dead yet.
We got 8 to go.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ground to make.
So I've been thinking.
I didn't have like a note on that. I just didn't want it to get lost.
No, because
lost. We have it.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is that fake thugs can only be thugs for so long, and the real we're finally the market is corrected.
Yeah, the market is corrected. They needed 3 missed Jake Moody field goals for me to miss a play.
And I didn't have any shenanigans during my streak.
Right. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. After the most miserable October where I literally lost a passion for ever touching the sport, I told you guys that I liked Miami +1.5. It was screaming. Old Jack bets that line. Instead, I'm like, you know what? It's probably Rams, Cooper Kupp, and Kyron Williams touchdown. But we're back. I was broken. I'm a revived man. And without hesitation, Bills -2.5. I don't give a fuck about Patrick Mahomes as a dog. I don't give a fuck about, we lost on this. We lost in October on this with Brock Purdy and the Niners. Things have changed. This fake, fraudulent Kansas City Chiefs team, they can't keep getting away with this. It's as simple as that. Their luck ratings are through the fucking moon. There is definite value in they know how to win close games. I'm not debating that. But on the other side, you've got a good Bills team and a Bills team who has played extremely well against Kansas City in this spot. They've won in Kansas City. They've won at home. It's in the playoffs where they struggle. They don't struggle in this spot. This, to me, is Ravens-Chiefs AFC Championship game where the line was proper at 6.5, 7 points. And people are just like, well, you got to bet Mahomes. The only difference is the motivation here. The Bills have a chance to get into the 1 slot. They have a chance to, once again, try and stand up to the bully that is the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, they're ready to just let it go. They don't want to be undefeated. This is literally the game where they're just like, yeah, it is what it is. So if the Bills come out and take care of business, they win this game by 3 points.
Love it. Great explanation, except I'm going to use my X
on
this pick.
No, you're not.
We are going with the Chiefs as a group. This is your cap is everyone's cap. It's like they can't keep
You're too dialed into sports. You got to get off Elon's fucking bullshit platform.
This is the classic. The Chiefs are the frauds.
They are.
Let's take the Bills. In reality, the Bills are the frauds. Take the Chiefs. That is X'd, and we are going with the Chiefs.
You just want to do
Holy
that for
fuck.
views. You just want to do it for views. You don't even believe that the Chiefs are the best play of the day.
Uppy,
In
Tim and I are
Casey's
going straight
defense,
up. I took the Chiefs, did I not?
He did. And I will say, I love the Bills. I'm with you, but the injury
Exactly.
report quite concerning. They might be down 3 starters in the passing game. How are they
Kincaid,
gonna move the
Keon,
ball?
Amari, all on the injury report.
Oh, okay. Well, then Rashi Rice is going to return from
But
being out for
that's
the
not
season.
the same
Hollywood
thing.
Brown's going to
They've been
return
playing
from
without
being
him
out
the
for the
entire
season.
season.
Isaiah
Not the same
Pacheco's
thing.
going to return from being out for the season. Oh, why is the Chiefs' offense not explosive and dynamic like it was all the way back in Week 1? Because they don't have their players. So just because they're
Right,
more
but
used to it,
they've
doesn't
settled
mean.
in.
Oh, they've settled in.
D-Hop,
They've settled
D-Hop
in
3
with
games
an
in,
impressive
Kareem Hunt.
16-point performance. Like, just because they play with
No.
those players for longer
No,
doesn't
no.
improve.
By the way, you know
offense.
what this is going to be? The exact same game as the Ravens-Bills, a Chiefs blowout.
No, it's not. Bills minus 7.5. I'm playing. Bills minus 13.5.
All right,
I'm
he's playing it alone,
I'm
not on the
playing the
show because it's
alts.
been X.
Yeah, Bills blow them out. I will acknowledge this. There is a slight chance that this Buffalo team isn't as good as they appear on paper. I am agnostic of that. That's not even the right word. I'm so flustered right now. But
I think you're
the
agnostic
Chiefs-
to that.
Yeah, the Chiefs they're a middling football team.
X'd.
All right, Tim, I know you want to jump in, so I'm going to give it to you here.
No, I don't know what to say, man. I am so flustered. This is
And
unbelievable.
this is perfect because Tim and Uppy have both seen this, and the Ravens have been there along the way. So we have personal experience, this entire crew. Tim, how much money did you lose when the 6-0 Patriots with Tom Brady came into Baltimore and it was, oh, Brady doesn't look great, but like they keep winning games and like this defense is unstoppable. They have the best coach. Like there's kind of this uncertainty with Lamar and the Ravens. How good are they going to be? How much money did you lose that night? Sorry to bring up bad memories.
No, it's okay. That was a sell the Xbox game. That was a Sunday night football game. That was a Monday morning Xbox on eBay. And but Jack, that's a really good point. Brady, though, during that time, what I ignored is he did say, I'm the most miserable 6-0. I think actually 8-0, maybe a 6-0, 8-0 quarterback in NFL history. So I don't get that same like
You see
vibe
Travis
from the
don't-
Chiefs.
Kelce.
you
You
don't
see
think
Travis
it's
Kelsey dunk on Chris Jones in practice. Vibes could not
Wait,
be
you
better
don't
in
think
KC.
that's the same? Did you see Mahomes' face?
I don't think it's the same
as
at all.
Denver was marching down. Like it was just out of pure bliss because they shouldn't have won that game. All right, second.
No, but I
example.
think on the macro, I'm just nitpicking why
Yeah.
not everything's
the
the
vibes.
exact
Are you
same.
a vibes guy now? After the Rizzler delivered a win?
I'm a little bit vibes. I mean, look, this injury report for Buffalo really scares me. I don't.
Expensive.
It's kind of terrifying. But again, look, as a guy who's been undefeated, as a guy who's tried to stay perfect, it's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And you might say like, hey, it's different when it's Patrick Mahomes. Look, I was the Patrick Mahomes of high school hockey, so like I get it. But eventually you get got. It's exhausting.
No, you actually were not.
All right,
Because
all right.
Mahomes
We're
has
not,
3
talking
Super Bowls,
Marvel heads,
and he has
Correct.
0 championships.
Example number 2 here, because I think this game actually does deserve a longer segment, given that Casey's Xing it. There's going to be a lot of public discourse over which side. Uppy, that undefeated Steelers team that you knew was not that good, right? I think they actually start 10-0. They don't end up winning a playoff game. From your point of view, do you see similar tendencies? Obviously, there's a difference between the corpse of Patrick Mahomes and the corpse of Big Ben and what Patrick Mahomes is. But do you see any similar tendencies in this spot?
I mean, just in terms of a spot, sure, but I didn't think that Steelers team was really good at all, to be honest. So it's tough to compare, but I just think in terms of spot, undefeated, now traveling on the road, tough place to play. The spot adds up.
Yeah, that
but
KC
are the
to
Bills
Buffalo
that
flight is
good?
grueling.
I mean, you have to put some stock in that. That's almost the whole country, but sure.
I think you need to freshen up on what a map looks like.
No, all right. We're not getting into the travel here. All I'm saying is you just said that team wasn't that good, right? So you've got the Steelers team 10-0, undefeated, wasn't that good, don't win a playoff game. I believe, Tim, was that Patriots team the one that lost at home to Tennessee? in the playoffs? Was
Uh,
that Brady? Was that the end of Brady?
I think it was the year before.
It was the year before. So what did they end up doing that season?
I
It
can
was-
tell.
No, it was Lamar's MVP year. That it had to be that
2019.
season. Yeah, it had to be that year. And we lost to Tennessee after they went into New England and Brady throws the pick six. I'm 99% sure it was that.
So that was they go to Baltimore and then they lose. Yeah, that was Brady's last year. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
crazy. Is last year they started. So they were 8-0 going to Baltimore that year.
Correct. Okay. So and you said Brady knew it. I think the fan base knew it, right? There, of course, Pittsburgh culture, New England culture, there is obviously this chance that that team is going to go and do it. And I think that's what Kansas City proved last year. It was like, this isn't really the best Kansas City team, but they find a way. They got the best quarterback and the best coach. There's always that chance. But I think fast forward 7-8 weeks to the playoffs, I don't think Kansas City wins a playoff game.
Did the Patriots have the best defense in the NFL that year?
That was the conversation going into it.
Do you know that, or you're guessing?
That was
Like by EPN statistics, no, I'm not confirming that. But
That
that
was,
was what was giving them all these wins.
they were your guy Kyle Van Noy was I think they were calling themselves like the Monsters or something like that, and then big time exposed by
Yes.
Al Jackson and company.
I think I need to repeat what I said. The Kansas City Chiefs don't win a playoff game this season. That would not shock me. Obviously, it's matchup dependent. If they end up getting whoever it may
They're
be.
gonna have.
But if they get Cincy, if they play Cincinnati 7-2, give me Burrowhead again. Like I will be.
Well, it's not 7-2. They're gonna be the one.
Not
Unless
if
you think they
Buffalo-
collapse.
They need one. It's one. It's like 1 or 2 games.
It's 2 games.
And Buffalo will have the tiebreaker if they win this. Even if they do, give me Burrow in Buffalo. Give me Burrow in Kansas City. This team, as we just discussed, it's impossible to see right now. But you fast forward, and Uppy's like, yeah, that team wasn't that good. You fast forward, Tim's like, yeah, that team wasn't that good. This team is a shred of what they were, and it's being held together by this incredible defense. One bad defensive performance, and it's over.
Well, also I'd say this. I actually think that the line agrees with you. It's saying that Buffalo is a better team than Kansas City. So I feel like what you're saying could be baked in, or you're saying it's not baked in enough.
It is baked in. That's
I
the
am
thing.
saying that. I'm saying it's not. I'm saying that Buffalo's the better team, which we agree on. And given the spot coming off that win, you're still getting a ton of value. I can imagine your boy EA has some statistic about an undefeated road dog. It's got to speak numbers to the home team that's laying the points.
Well, an undefeated team going. They're just the 4th team in the Super Bowl era that is 9-0 straight up or better and listed as an underdog. So it's only happened 3 times. And those, I know for one, the favorite covered because it was Peyton Manning's Denver team playing Kansas City, who Kansas City was actually undefeated at the time. And Denver was favored in the game, and Denver blew them out. That's the most recent this happened. So there's just not a lot of it doesn't matter those 3 games. It's not the precedent isn't really something to act on. But
All right.
look, I mean, I can't believe we're using an X on this right off the bat. I'm just floored.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
shocked.
mentioned it at the start of the week in our Slack, the 4 of us, that I've never loved the board more in my entire life. So I will be dominating. I use my X. I will be giving a strong consensus play, and I will be giving a strong personal play.
What?
Wow.
Isn't the X play that Casey has to play it as his pick, or Jack?
No, it becomes
he
Jack's
takes
pick.
over.
Oh, okay. So, Jack, why are you still here? Jesus Christ.
Well, because I think we need to figure out what the punishment is when Buffalo covers.
yeah.
Well,
Like
I think it's also bullshit because I already deployed an amazing X that I got taken off of.
No, you didn't deploy it because you
Tried.
waited for an injury report. So if Buffalo covers, you're going to the Kent State college
Okay,
football
deal.
game.
All right. Tim, you want to go second here?
I can. I can go. Want me to go?
All right, great. Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams laying 4.5 at the New England Patriots. To me, were you confused?
Is that a pivot play?
Why would you? Because you wanted me to be on Cincinnati?
No, that's just what I thought you had.
Oh, no, I like this better, honestly.
Love it.
I'm a little terrified of that line. That Bengals. I would like to propose as a consensus play later on, but I feel really good about the Rams laying points at New England. Look, New England's won 2 or 3. They've gone to overtime as well in that span. Those 3 teams, gentlemen, the Bears, the Titans, and the New York Jets, all pretty much walking corpses. Reality is this New England team still ain't that good. And the Rams, obviously, we saw, Jack, we love spots like this. Teams that, have a really rough loss on a Monday night in front of everyone, the nation's watching. But now, so the Rams, right, they're off this home loss, and now they are a favorite on the road by a field goal or more the next week. Teams in that situation since 2003, 95, 68, and 7 ATS. So I think that this Patriots team, look, they've given them credit for what they've done. We still know they're not very good. This New England defense is 30th in DVOA against the pass. LA Rams on offense, passing the ball DVOA 13th best. I think this is a mismatch here, and the Rams are able to put some points on the board.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And I want to throw one more thing in with this. What we've seen this season. Road favorites this season, 32, 22, and 2 ATS, nearly 60%. So Jack, we were talking about this, changing the guard, our old spots, they're changing. And the look ahead for this game was the Rams laying 6 at New England. New England beats a Bears team that we can all agree is in shambles. The books have been wrong on the Bears as well. It's a Bears team that laid 2 at Arizona, got their clock cleaned in that one. And then the Rams just have a really ugly loss against a Miami team that I've kind of been high on in terms of bouncing back with Tua. Too much of an adjustment here, laying it with the LA Rams.
Yeah, I feel like this plays a little bit into like the McDaniel is an exception because he does play in their division, but similar to Lamar's record against the NFC, they don't see him enough. I feel like this is a Patriot situation where they're not familiar with McVay's game, all the different tricks that come with that, like the O'Connell type of thing. That's all on the NFC side. I think the Patriots are going to struggle to defend how creative McVay is going to get moving players in motion, and I think they dominate.
Motion mentioned.
Yep, motion. There you go.
I can tell you guys,
football term.
Casey's going, I can tell you, I've watched this team and they do motion stuff.
And I think the Pats are going to struggle.
Let me tell you,
give us, if you're seeing the board this cleanly, I feel like people are probably waiting for you.
Well, Tim was about to give a stat that supports my point. And I don't want to miss out on
that.
Yeah,
these AFC teams, against McVay. McVay 16, 15, and 2 ATS against AFC teams.
Big edge.
Yeah.
Big
that
edge.
sounds like a positive record to me.
Big edge,
no,
yeah.
It's actually a losing
All
record.
right, that actually leads us perfectly to my pick. Because this pick is fuck your stats, fuck Evan Abrams, fuck Uppy, and fuck Tim. Because everything they are going to respond to this pick, throw it out of the fucking window. Give me the Ravens, -3 in Pittsburgh. Tomlin as a dog at home, 9-1-1. Suck me. Suck me dry, suck me right, and suck me all the way. Because the Ravens are 100% winning this game and covering. They have Lamar 1-7 against the Steelers, 9-1-1, home as an underdog. I don't care.
He's
Give
not,
me
for the record.
What?
If you care about the stats, what are the great misconceptions?
No, I love misquoting the stats because I don't even give a fuck about them. So they could be 22-0-1, and it wouldn't matter. The Steelers have never seen this version of Lamar Jackson. You also have them coming off of a mini bye, which Harbaugh has great statistics coming off a bye. It's obviously not full, but Thursday.
Oh! Is this a trend? Harbaugh off a bye? I thought you didn't care about those.
Yeah, throw that.
No,
away.
it's not a trend. I just know being a
time
ball
out.
knower.
I got
He's
you.
great off the
Yo,
bat. I'm not even done.
throw-
I'm not even close to done.
Throw away your Pittsburgh centric
Yes.
statistics.
No, that's a
Dial
vibes
up the
thing. That's a
Ravens.
vibes thing. I
Do
know.
you like that Lamar's like amazing as a favorite of 3 or less?
I just want to continue.
I would argue that
I just want to continue.
I'll let you. Hold on. But
Yeah,
you
go
say
for it.
that you said that Harbaugh for buy is vibes. I would argue the biggest reason why Tomlin is good as a underdog is vibes, quite literally.
Anyways, you have a bunch of defensive players. If you haven't watched Punchline Podcast, I hope you go. You have a bunch of players on their defense who want to prove a point, going to overcompensate. I see 2 personal foul calls. I see PQ sprinting after trying to make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It's play action. Where are you going, buddy? They're too hyped up. It means too much to them. This is the Steelers Super Bowl, and the Ravens are just going to go in there, handle business. They've heard all the noise. They know everyone's going to be on the Steelers. Also, one of the most physical games in the NFL, Ravens, Steelers. You got one team coming off some rest, and then you got another team that came off a physical, grueling game against the Commanders on the road. This team is going to be
basically at
up.
home. Basically at home. Right, Uppy? Basically
100% at home. You're going to have this team looking to bounce back after another awful secondary performance. When there was a previous bad secondary performance, I believe I'm potentially making this up, but when the secondary collapsed, I believe we shut down the Bills the next game. Do you know who we played before that Bills game?
Was that off
Dallas.
the Raiders? Oh,
That was off the Dallas game where the secondary
And then it
was atrocious.
It went to Denver. We're maybe in every other type of squad.
We're in every other type of squad. They're going to look to respond.
Ravens
after
undefeated ATS after a bad secondary performance.
Yeah, exactly. And again, Russ is not the guy to exploit a bad secondary. And particularly, I don't love something. Brandon Stevens, very physical corner. Marlon Humphrey, very physical corner.
All right. Now we're just fucking.
No. I'm not
naming
even close to
guys.
done. Mike Williams and George
We're just naming
Pickens,
the whole fucking
physical wide receivers. I named 2 fucking players, you ugly fuck. And then finally, how have they led this offense? Najee Harris toting the rock. You know who's hurt? Najee Harris. Will he play? Potentially. I don't give a fuck. His ankle's cooked. All right, I'm done.
Before Tim, I got to give the floor to Uppy. Uppy, are you thinking about using an X here? Because that would be electric.
No,
X is made.
I'll un-X. Yeah.
Let's let Tim bring a semblance of logic because that was fucking dog shit, Cap. It was good vibes. I like the energy.
Potentially the greatest cap on the show's history.
It had zero logic.
I'm not betting either side. So
Thank you.
I'm really, by the way, just for the point of the show, Casey, you can block your ears. What we're referring to about that guy, Mike Tomlin, his teams as a dog, 60, 31, and 3 ATS. It's good for 66%. The best coach in that spot, I believe, in the last 20 years. And so I said, well, I wonder what he's like after they get an upset outright win as an underdog, like they just did against Washington. Well, when that happens, 9-1-1 ATS in the next game. So
I brought that stat, and you can shove that stat so far up your ass that it comes out of your mouth.
Also, how did we not have the Steelers last week? Weren't we?
I liked them, and
we got
should
off.
Have been the X, but
Tim got me off
Yeah,
Commanders, so we successfully avoided an L on that.
Yeah, I just felt like we loved that pick so much.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it was
mean,
no one's pick, and then we
No,
went
but
Denver.
consensus,
We hit
All right,
consensus.
Uppy.
well, no,
Tell
we
me why-
were all definitely, when Casey gave his handicap listing Washington's roster, I think it was really tough.
You know what? Let's just play fucking Madden with S player, all 80 overalls, and just throw them out there. If the players who are playing the game don't fucking matter, it's only the statistics of the coach as an underdog. Like, literally below me.
Yeah, okay. Uppy?
all right. I am going to say.
No, you got to talk about the Steelers.
You're not gonna respect. You're in a fucking Steelers jersey.
I was gonna say.
I thought
fuck
you were giving a
Casey, I'm
pick.
gonna use my X. I came in here thinking about it. I knew he was gonna just bring vibes. Fuck the Steelers. Ravens.
I don't think I said
whisperer.
fuck the Steelers. I don't think I said fuck the Steelers one time.
But similar to last week, you were so passionate about Ravens are going to blow out the Bengals. Ravens are going to blow out the Bengals. Bengals could have probably won that game. They cover easily.
Wrong.
This is probably a similar spot.
I said take either Bengals money line or Ravens blowout, which was the right read. Because if they get the 2-point conversion, they win out.
Neither hit. Neither fucking hit.
Well, I didn't take either.
Well,
Reverse
you told
arbitrage.
everyone to take it.
Fuck everyone else. Last week wasn't my week. This week is clearly my week.
He's seeing the board.
Uppy,
I will say.
Are you using your next?
Yes, I am. Fuck Casey.
Are we really? I'm so confused
Yeah, we have
now.
to. We can't.
I'm
Back-to-back
so
weeks, he
confused.
wants to bet against Underdog Tomlin. Thankfully, he got talked off it last week. We should have X'd him last week. I have to X him this week.
All right, let's put a punishment in place.
Wait, hold on. Can we at least get a handicap on why?
Yeah. Why are we Xing Uppy? Just because Tomlin has a dog?
Tomlin, great vibes. At home, good underdog coach. Ravens secondary is absolutely terrible. Will the guy from the Rams make a difference this week? I'm not so sure. In the long run, certainly. But this week,
No,
and
wrong,
you said can
wrong.
Russ
See, you don't know
exploit
fucking
them?
shit. Tre'Davious White is not fucking playing for the Ravens. He was brought in as a leadership guy. Will he help the Ravens long term? No, he won't. And he won't make a difference this week either.
We're not Xing this.
Yeah, we're not. I overruled
Whoa,
his X.
you can't not. No,
Yeah, we took
can't
me off my
overrule
Cleveland
X.
X.
Uppy has full autonomy.
has-
This is
Okay,
a pro.
then let him
This
finish
is
an
a
actual
pro
cap.
X podcast.
Then let him give an actual
no. He
argument that is not just Tomlin
Wait,
as
time
a
out.
dog.
He does the power of the X. Does not need anything. He's free to share.
I literally already got talked off an X this season.
Correct. That was your decision. But if you
That was
wanted
different
to-
than this. Your cap isn't strong. My cap doesn't have to be strong. That's the power of the X.
Yes.
I think the Supreme Court has to rule on how we interpret powers of X. 'Cause
No,
this-
you get
I was
one X a
wondering for
season.
standings.
If you want to do it, yeah. If you want to do it because you fucking hate someone, hit the X. That's the beauty.
All
of
right.
the
I mean,
X.
yeah, this is actually fine because I'm actually betting this one straight for a live at Jack's apartment or live in the penthouse.
You're not
Nice.
invited to my apartment.
So
Love
I
those
don't really
bets.
care if it's not our pick on the show because then I get to come next week, shit on Uppy, and it be rich as
Then
fuck.
it's a win-win.
Exactly. No, I'm
there's-
fine with it.
There's
It's just stupid as fuck, but I'm fine with it.
There's just no way that both of you see immense value in either side here. And I'm talking about Bills.
No, this is
Chiefs.
my play of the season.
I'm talking about Ravens Steelers. I'm talking about Steelers over Ravens.
No, play of the season.
There's no way that either of you think this is a stone cold lock.
Play of the
It's
season.
an incredible line. It's the Tomlin as a dog getting a field goal in a divisional matchup between two really good teams. Like, it's just a really strong, like, it's a 50-50. You're betting in the sharpest market.
Play of the season.
Tell
It
me.
is. I think the line is right, and this is not a solely fuck KCX, but it's very much a lot.
Well, also, our line in the contest is 3.
Right. There's no way you want to lay 3.
No,
Right.
I'm
wanna
saying
I actually want to lay 9.5.
I'm saying there's no way we want to take 3 with the Steelers. Like we love.
So
the 3.5.
Harbaugh, when a favorite of 3 or more in this matchup, 10 and 2 ATS.
Okay, I have a question.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's pretty
this
strong. It's a
matchup is
large
decided
sample
by
size.
like 3 points.
It's
every
always a
single time.
one-score game, no matter the
Always,
situation,
always.
no matter the roster.
But this is the best quarterback that has ever played in this matchup.
That's accurate.
I do agree with that. I would be lying if I'm not nervous, but I think the Ravens' poor secondary does make this a lot closer than Casey is letting on.
Yeah. And what you said.
Lamar's never played him.
What?
Lamar's
This
never.
is his best form.
No, I'm saying this is the
form.
best
No, like,
version
this is
of
the
any
best Lamar
quarterback
we've ever
that has
seen.
played in
I-
a single Steelers
I
Ravens
was
game.
And I do
Yes.
agree.
I understand the confusion.
The Lamar bump, I think, is strong. The one thing I want to give a caveat to is we got to break out of who we think Russell Wilson is and acknowledge what he is playing like.
Sure.
And you said you don't think he'll be able to take advantage of the Ravens.
I
for
think that's more
secondary.
because of I like their wide receivers, tight end. I like the physicality of their weapons. I
George
think that
Pickens,
matches up well for
I
us.
know he's a cracked out.
Did you see what Terry turned Joey Porter Jr. into last week?
You're talking about the wrong side of the ball.
What do you mean? No, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
that was just an additional point that Terry McLaurin cooked Joey Porter Jr.
Is Pickens playing against his own secondary? I'm
No,
sorry.
I
What
was
is
just saying.
happening
I
right
was
now?
just saying.
George Pickens, I know he's like out of his mind, but like he's fast and better than the Ravens secondary.
Another personal foul. Add it to the list.
15
I
yards,
just-
we'll take it.
Yeah, I just
Those are
think-
losing plays in a
Shut
3-point
up
spread.
for once in your life. I just think that what we think of Russell Wilson is game manager, and we just have to admit, every game he's played in this year, he has been a down the field attacking threat.
I
to
was on this last
defenses.
week. I was telling
Did
you
he
about
blow
it.
you away last week?
Yes, you didn't watch the game. You were watching Red Zone.
I was filming content for the good of the
Exactly.
company.
Russell Wilson was fantastic. They put up 4 touchdowns. The only reason
Commanders have the worst defense in the NFL.
and he took advantage. The Ravens have the worst secondary in the NFL.
No, only every other game.
No. I'm just saying.
So Ravens,
No
'cause
re-
every other game and the personal fouls are going
Right.
to happen.
No, look, do I love Pittsburgh in this spot? No, I really don't, because the numbers do lie. The Harbaugh Tomlin stuff, that's real. But what isn't real is that the Steelers are so dominant against Lamar Jackson. They're 1-7 over the last 8. Well, Lamar Jackson hasn't played in 4 of those games because it's week 18 and he's been sick or he's been out because of resting starters. In those matchups, the Ravens do struggle, but also they don't cover a game where they lose on a 2-point conversion. Marlon Humphrey gets hurt in the game. Every game is wacky. That's why I'm saying it's just difficult for me to think using an X or using that as the best play is logical in this situation because it's just the sharpest
Do
number.
we want to analyze
Russell Wil-
Wilson's performances? thus
Russell
far?
we
Wilson,
don't.
I am already ahead of you. Russell Wilson, adjusted completion percentage on throws 20 plus yards or more, 4th best in the league amongst qualifying quarterbacks.
Quick note, and I meant to give this in the opener. One thing that the Ravens actually don't do, Jamar Chase, he caught the ball 10 yards down the field. It ended up being a 70-yard touchdown.
Yo,
We don't
you
get
are
beat over the top.
clueless. You are clueless.
We don't get beat over the top.
He caught a 60-yard touchdown
I know, because that was a Marcus Williams fuck up.
over the top.
No, I know. That was an anomaly.
Yeah. This
is just anecdotal. What are we going to actually do this?
Yeah, he X'd it. He's taking the +3. He has full right to do that. And you know how it's going to end up, right? Casey's going to cover because the Ravens are going to win the game. And I actually do think they're the right side in this one. But it's just bad process from everyone involved. And it's just disgusting.
Play of the year.
So Casey has the reverse of Jack's pick.
Yes.
Uppy has the reverse of Casey's pick.
Yes.
Who are we missing? I have my pick.
We need
passed.
Uppy's pick.
No, because Casey has to play. Yeah, right. Lost.
All
on the
right,
sauce.
ready?
So
I don't
up-
think anyone's going to X this one, but it is pretty gross. I'm going to be taking the Colts +4
Oh my god.
in New York.
Love it.
I think Anthony Richardson back should give a little bump, but mainly this is a fate of the Jets. Also getting Pittman back should be huge for that Colts offense. And going back to Richardson, Joe Flacco's just been bad. 3 interceptions last week. 1 was a pick 6, which is terrible for an underdog. But the Jets have been one of the worst teams, one of the worst defenses since firing Saleh. This is from our guy, EA. Since week 6, Jets defense last in EPA per play. They're 29th in pass EPA, and they're 30th in rush EPA. Jonathan Taylor, absolute fucking field day. Also, this week, Jeff Ulbrich, Jets coach, what did he say? We're going to go back to the fundamentals of tackling. We're fucking halfway through the season, and we're getting back to tackling. That's their focus, is trying to tackle.
Honestly,
Uppy, I
This
love that
team
you brought
is
real
just
stats.
broken.
This is a vibes pick. The Jets are crashing out. They're DMing people on social media. They're practicing in pads like a high school team. That doesn't happen in week 11 of the NFL season. They want to keep their guys healthy.
They're correcting course. Guys, this is...
They're not correcting
Jack.
Good
Jack.
team on paper. This team, that doesn't win you games.
This team sucks. They're
trying to learn how to fucking tackle in week 11.
The Jets fucking suck. Why are they 4-point favorites?
Jack, they've been doing this all year, man. And
and the last time they were favorites when they shouldn't have been, before Arizona, was Houston, and they won that game outright.
Wait, before last week when they were also
favorites. Well, they opened. It's complicated because they opened as dogs.
It's in every other week since.
Oh my
God! They were not true favorites. They got bet to being favorites because they're a popular team.
Because everyone thinks like you, and they're like, they're not this bad. They're not this bad. They're not this bad.
No, they suck. They suck. The Jets suck. Why are they 4-point favorites, guys?
Because Anthony Richardson also sucks.
Because he's the worst quarterback in the fucking NFL. He's so fucking bad. He got benched for the corpse of Joe Flacco. He is so fucking bad. He's so terrible. And if you bet the Colts,
he is bad.
You're
I will
insane.
Admit, he's bad. But here's another one: Aaron Rodgers, fourth worst completion percentage above expected. I'm not going to pretend like I know what that means, but he's the fourth worst among quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson is fifth. So these are the same fucking terrible quarterbacks.
Yes.
He's so bad.
No,
and the Jets defense has quit. That was their calling card, and now they're awful at it.
No, the Jets have fully crashed out. Everything around that. Rodgers, when asked if he's going to play next year, he's like, maybe.
Rodgers the woe. The Jets stinks. They're calling him Ahmad Gardner.
It would be funny if Jack X this one and we just had a freeway.
No, because I don't bet the Jets. I'm not. I got off the Bears. I got off the Jets. I'm not sitting here saying the Jets are a good team and they're undervalued here. All I'm saying is the Colts are the worst fucking team that has ever existed when Anthony Richardson is the quarterback. And it's like, oh, it's bad for an underdog because you throw a pick six. It's like, that's the guy they picked to start over him.
No.
So how bad is it going to be when this guy comes back?
By the way, it's a little...
Michael Pittman, real quick. Michael Pittman is not a plus for the offense
because
he gets 2 targets a game and has 18 yards when Richardson started.
The Colts are 1 game out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are still fighting for something.
So they're 1 game out. What does that make the Jets?
2, but they're different situations. One team is crashing out and giving up.
You can't just play crash out vibes.
No, you can. JT and AR, hot take, going to combine for 200 plus rush yards in this game. 200 plus rush yards and 2 touchdowns.
I was pretty indifferent on this, but the back to fundamentals handicap of Uppy, not even no joke. That is the equivalent of this guy arrived in camp in the best shape of his life. That the back to fundamentals, I feel like, is when the train is off the tracks.
No, yeah, but that at least shows. I'm not saying it's going to work. Like I cannot be more clear here. I'm not in on the Jets. I'm not betting the Jets here. But at least they are, like, this new coach is trying to do something. A true crash out team would just let the culture rock.
Well, he has to talk every day. So
Jack, this is the coach giving fucking coach speech. How do you think the veterans are going to respond?
They literally practice.
How are the veterans going to respond to hitting each other in week 11?
This is a real thing. When we talk with Marlon, like, there are certain times when the Ravens go on a 4-game winning streak and they earn an extra day off. And, like, these things are real. These are real humans.
Right, they so the vets putting on the pads to tackle each other.
No, they're going to hate it. I agree.
They might hate it.
And Matt Patricia brought the fucking Lions outside to practice in the snow, and they basically fucking threw him out of Detroit.
Yeah.
Correct.
And Sauce literally responded and was like, we know how to tackle. We're halfway through the season. Like, we just need to tackle. Like, they did not like that. No one liked it. It was a last-ditch effort of him being brick, and we're going to tackle. No. They're going to get fucking curb stomped.
All right. Good luck putting fucking USD on Anthony Richardson. I hope it wins. Like, I genuinely hope it wins. It's for the contest. I'm not on the Jets. I'm just saying there's a reason they're 4-point favorites.
Ravens, Colts, Rams parlay is a winner this week.
All right. Consensus. I'm voting.
I'm going to go.
Okay, go.
Since I literally know this board in and out of my life. How do we feel about the Bengals. You know that stat, Tim?
We don't do those.
Facts. You know that vibes thing where it's like if you're playing the Ravens the next week?
Yeah.
It's the Harbaugh. It's not Christmas. No, it's not a holiday game, but it's a Sunday night game, maybe?
Monday night.
It's
You call it a
Monday night
holiday?
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it. The Harbaugh, that's a holiday.
Tim
Yeah.
will be drinking. It's a holiday.
Harbaugh.
What's your mouth?
Monday night, you got Lamar Jackson coming up. What are teams with Lamar Jackson coming up the next week?
Do 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 do.
And in the meantime, same way Ravens coming off a mini bye, Bengals coming off a mini bye, T. Higgins practiced, Orlando Brown practiced. That's a big.
Sorry, the stat for you, Casey. Teams of Baltimore on deck are 70-39 straight up, 64% since Lamar became.
And what do we
starter.
need today? What do we need in the Bengals game? Straight up.
No. Case.
Oh wait, it's the wrong way. It's the wrong way.
Oh, so the Chargers win.
Correct.
Oh shit.
That is what
Yo,
that
delete
stat
that.
would mean.
Delete that.
Is
Delete
that-
that.
Yeah,
Delete
we'll be,
that.
we'll be
Delete
cutting
that.
that out. I
Delete
like the
that.
Bengals, so we'll cut that out.
Yeah.
No. I don't like the
you're-
Bengals anymore. I don't like it.
All right, we're off that.
Oh,
So you're
love
not
the
seeing the board
Bengals.
that well.
No.
No, I like
I'm done.
I like Cincy a lot as well, but
Oh, they win the week before because they know they're gonna lose the
but I
next
think
week.
Tim, I think the
Ah,
market's
shit.
pretty accurate on Cincy. So are you overrating the Chargers in this spot?
I mean, underrating them. Like, I don't think the Chargers are as good.
Well, if you're overrating,
He thinks they're overrated.
Wrong,
Yeah, I guess it goes
wrongly
that way.
rated.
Yeah.
I have this game as Cincinnati should be favored. I have wrong team favorite in this game. The Chargers have played. You got to look up the roster or the gauntlet of quarterbacks that they have played against. It is the trash can, and I think the Cincinnati team. If they get that 2-point conversion, what's this line? The Cincinnati team continues to show that they. Not that you can or can't, but at one point we have to start judging Cincinnati after 2 weeks on. It's just what they continue to do every single year. I think I've seen many people with this team power rated, way higher than what their record shows. And the Chargers were the weakest home field, one of the weakest home fields in the NFL. So I think it is like a bit of a stance here that the Chargers are favored, and I disagree with it.
Could I interest
Yeah, I
anyone
mean,
in the
Cincy
Cleveland
wins that.
Browns?
No.
Yeah, also
Yes.
in.
I'm in. Rizzy thing lasted for a week, and they.
You
Let
only
me-
get the
let
Rizzy
me-
bump once.
Let me pitch you off the Browns personally. I don't think, and this is what I told Tim when he bet them after they beat the Ravens, who they played the Chargers. Jameis and the Browns offense is not good. And the defense, similar to the Jets, actually is not what we anticipated them to be either. So they're not a top 5 unit as we thought. The Jameis offense is not high flying. And I just don't think, because I was really high on the Browns coming into the season, and they're also dead, right? They don't even have, they're kind of looking at, maybe if we win, we're back in the mix. But if their season was dead 3-8 after this, it wouldn't shock me. So I just don't love this team.
All right, let me throw one out.
Could I just say one thing?
Of course.
That there's a really strong trend on teams that had lost, 5, 6 in a row. Then they get their first win. The next game they lose because it's like a big whew. So that's to me the Saints, the anti-Saints spot.
No,
in
there's
this as well.
definitely the pickup from the Rizzler. But do you really want to fade the Rizzler?
I do. What do you guys think?
It's hard for me to
about-
do. I have a couple rules. I don't go against the Rizzler.
What do we think about the Bears?
So I
absolutely hate it. I feel
my-
like it's fake sharp.
my instincts told me the Bears, and I wanted to take them. I wanted 7 to pop. Line goes the other way. I think the Bears are the fakest sharp thing in the entire world. I would totally lay it with Green Bay.
I just think offensive coordinator bump, new coach.
Says
They
who?
all- they. What do you mean says who?
No,
Like-
people say he sucks.
No,
Oh,
that the offensive coordinator is a new bump. We don't. We have
Everyone
no-
fucking hated Waldron.
Yeah. But look at the numbers, right? And everyone hated Salah, and they thought he was the problem. And then Seattle's offense is worse.
I think people on the show agreed that actually Salah was not the problem and was a scapegoat.
Right.
I think people agree that Waldron actually was the problem.
Yeah, the head coach might not be good either, Casey.
No, I agree. But great defense, right, Jack?
No.
What happened? They're
No
not a
longer.
good defense?
Because
No longer.
Jaquan Brisker's been out for too long. He's on like 5
Jordan
weeks
Love.
in concussion
Jordan Love
protocol.
is going to give this ball to the Bears a couple times, which is going to allow them to cover.
I really worry about I don't know how the line can go in the Bears' direction with the offensive line as banged up as it is. It's their injury report is a CVS receipt of offensive linemen.
And similar to me ignoring the Cowboys quitting and being absolutely dead, the Bears might be just done with the season.
The Bears are in the playoff hunt fully.
Yeah, but with their schedule,
This
they're
team's
kinda
complete.
I can't in good faith recommend the Bears because
Jack,
it's just a disaster. But all I'll say is this. When I was watching Tim's Guess the Line, and I play alongside of him, and I'm normally pretty accurate, when it popped Packers -6, my jaw actually dropped. In no universe are the Packers lying.
Oh, yeah. My
in this
initial
game.
instinct is this is way too high, and that's
too
the way the market's moving, but that's why I think it's a bad bet because I'm a fucking idiot. So.
I
All right,
actually,
is there a
I-
chance this
a
isn't
6
fake
point-
sharp?
A 6-point road favorite in division. Like, we're talking like Atlanta at Carolina. Like, this is not the gap.
They're
in
literally
this.
they would be 6-4 and 5-5, and the Bears would have they'd be one game out. Like, this difference is not.
That's what
that
I'm saying.
big.
Like, 6 was the most insane. I don't think it's fake sharp. I mean, it's not fake sharp.
no, but
the
that
Sharks pummeled it.
getting it at I think hitting it now, like the
Yes.
five has
Yeah.
popped. Like I think it's gone too far, and I think that Jag is the exact thing I'm trying to talk about with like, oh, home dog in the division, like it's gross, it's yucky, like those spots, like you're kind of going the other way, and especially Green Bay off a bye, road favorites off a bye is a really strong trend. I think you get Love. He's a full participant on Wednesday. Finally get this guy healthy. This is a team that it was a Jordan Love horrendous interception playing toe to toe with Detroit.
Yeah, I just kind of see it as the inflection point of the Bears season. They either go to 5-5 or 4-6.
Well, they seem bad
pack it
vibes
in.
more than anyone else.
No, they
Yes.
Waldron out. I think vibes are back.
No,
I don't
that
think
hasn't been the vibe at all. DJ Moore is quick. Keenan
Yeah.
Allen's fat. Caleb's inaccurate. Like, vibes are low in Chicago.
Damn, dude, I don't think a guy being fat is bad vibes.
I feel like vibes are higher when he was skinny and could run faster. But, I mean, he's on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping that
I feel like we're running
Can
out
I
of
throw
picks.
mine out
Yeah.
now? In contest, did we get the hook for Dallas, or it's just the flat 7?
Can tell you right now.
There's just, once
Do
again.
we have to bet on Dallas?
Oh my God, we have 7, Jack.
Is that good for you?
I
It was
like
7.5.
Houston.
You like Houston?
Yeah, I like Houston.
I have Dallas power rated with Carolina.
That's fair.
I don't know how you couldn't. Like they were bad.
Do you
and
have you have Houston laying a touchdown in Carolina?
I have so my number for this is Houston -10 on a neutral.
Wow. Okay.
And I had, by the
All right,
way,
I'm in on Houston.
by the way, last week I didn't play it because I said I got to be too low on Dallas. I had Philly laying 12 on a neutral against Dallas.
Cowboys are maybe fake sharp, and Bears are real sharp.
I power rate Houston pretty lowly here. And well, okay, so who do you have power rated higher, Philly or Houston?
Hold on.
Like, why didn't this line move? I mean, you have to have Philly way over Houston. So in that case, it's the same number. What's changed?
Aren't we getting the same
I have the
prime time?
I have
Sorry,
the
real quick.
Eagles. I have the Eagles a point better than Houston.
Aren't we getting the same thing that you were just talking about, Stafford, Poopy on on prime time, so we overreact. Is like, I know Stroud hasn't been great all year, but I feel like people are overcompensating the Stroud thing.
No,
I think
Stroud's
people
been awful all year.
I think people are coming away from the Houston-Detroit game saying Houston like should have won the game. They might have upgraded Houston.
Right.
No, really?
Yes.
But down.
Yes. Big.
I
It was
upgraded
the
Houston.
weirdest takeaway. Right. You upgraded Houston.
A half
It was
point,
the
yes.
weirdest takeaway. I had Lions fans telling me that wasn't it amazing how they still pulled out that win? I didn't find it amazing. I mean, I found it more a downgrade to Houston than anything else. Yes, they should have won that game, but the fact that
Houston
they
was
couldn't win that.
atrocious. Just Stroud, the interception he threw to Tank was one of the worst throws I've ever seen.
Stroud has been awful the entire season. Like there hasn't been a single bright
He's gonna
spot.
come back.
He does have his tools back and another week
Nico.
of it. You know.
Nico's back. Yeah, I like Houston here. Love Houston.
I like
here.
Dallas.
So I guess that's a no-go.
We're moving
Like,
on.
Well, if you get 3, you can play it. Who played the Lions last week? Wait! Fuck yes. Suck it. We're on Dallas.
Why?
Because Houston played the Lions. That's
I
our
want to. I just
override
don't
here.
know if I can. Dallas twice in a row, 2 weeks
Who
straight. And
cares? Who cares?
they were so fucking bad.
Uppy, you're a goldfish.
No, I remember that. I watched every second, and I hated every second of it.
this is
It's all it was last week was, Tim's theory of you watch the first few minutes of a big underdog and you know the answer. And you could tell
What
that
about
Philly was winning that
what
game.
about the Raiders? Minshew's a cover monster.
No.
oh, can't play it.
You can't play the Raiders, but you can play Dallas.
What about
I'm playing against Dallas.
what about Atlanta?
Yeah, I kind of like it. It feels a bit too high, but on the road in Denver,
I don't like it.
Wait, how do you not like it?
What do people think about the Vikings in
This
Tennessee?
This is our perfect Falcons theory. It's like buy low on them after they lose and sell
Every
high.
other week.
Darnold bounce back.
Darnold sucks. He leads the NFL in interceptions. Like people need to start watching the football instead of results in red zone.
I said bounce back because he's not playing well right now. Darnold bounce
What
back.
makes you think he's bouncing?
I can do
back
Atlanta. I can do
against-
Atlanta.
Fuck it, I'll do Atlanta. That's my squad.
all right.
Okay,
And
wow.
just like that. That's usually how it comes together. I think people just get sick of fucking bitching, and then we.
And no, it
move
goes
on.
to just like this is how our consensus goes. It comes to like what we can stomach, and then it's
How can we not stomach Dallas?
I can't
Houston
even
just
go
played
near.
the Lions.
They're even worse than you think. They're even worse than you. I'm telling you right now, they're worse than you think.
Agree.
And Micah just pretty much said that Mike McCarthy sucks as a coach.
That
and
was
doesn't care.
bad. That was fucking ESPN.
Whether he
Sticky
said it
fingers
or
on.
not, a lot
That's
of
what's
noise
being
came from it.
talked about.
A lot of
Exactly.
noise they
It
got to
doesn't-
deal with.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Been talking
We're
about the stadium all
cowards.
week. Cooper Rush is worse than I remembered.
And we gotta figure out if they're gonna close the curtain. you
It's
know?
a night game, guys. Like all things are pointing in Dallas
Because there's no sun to
in the
blind
eyes.
them.
No, you get an hour
son.
back in Dallas. You get the first.
We
quarter
might get
with
a
the sun
golden hour.
setting.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, all
how it
right.
works.
First quarter under, no one can see, and that's the handicap. All right, so we're going with Dallas.
No,
No,
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta it is.
Uppy, last chance to get off your ex.
I can't.
When we
do
all
it.
like
the,
to.
The disrespect
Casey,
was too
last chance to
strong.
get off your ex. Look at me in the eyes and tell me.
I'm
what
going
ex.
to dominate the board this week. I might just take a bunch of straight bets for Timbo.
I said at the
Casey's
start
never
of the
wanted to get off
show-
the X in his life.
I started off the show by saying, I hope you sold your Casey stock. This is just a disaster of a week for him.
follow all my straight plays that will be on the Pickett app.
Special
coming in
notification
hot.
for the first ones in ever. This is like a super release.
Yeah, I've never taken a straight bet in my life, so you better get on it while it's hot.
You know you're going to take Ravens money line with Derrick Henry to score.
Well, I have Ravens money line open played.
Right. So it's not a straight bet.
If anyone has the open play
No,
feature,
no, no. You need to take Ravens
No, I'm going
minus
to. I'm just
3.
saying, if you have the Ravens open play feature, it is Ravens money line this week, Ravens money line next week, Eagles money line the week after.
Wow. I mean, that's why you come here, huh?
Yeah. All right. Tim, enjoy Taylor
Wait,
Swift.
no, we got underdog plays,
Oh,
baby.
God damn. Okay.
Best part of the show.
All right.
This weekend, we're turning $10 into 100 on Underdog, starting with my first play, which is Deontay Johnson, lower receiving yards. Mike Tomlin kind of called him out, saying we're not worried about him. Revenge play against his old team? Absolutely not. He might get one target the entire day.
Good answer.
Thank you.
My pick for this one is Patrick Mahomes higher on pass attempts. You know I think the Bills are going to win this game, which means they will be trailing. I'm a little bit nervous because the Bills are susceptible in the run game, but I really do think Bills lead from the start, and Mahomes has to be chasing them down, creating an exciting Nance Romo finish with Mahomes going higher on his pass attempts.
I'm going Juwan Jennings higher receiving yards. This guy just inhales targets expected again against this Seattle defense.
I will be going Jonathan Taylor higher rushing yards. Jets rushing defense 30th in EPA per play. They absolutely stink. They're still trying to learn how to tackle. It's not going to happen this week.
All right, if you guys want to turn $10 into $100, use the code Snapback. You also get a deposit bonus up to $1,000 and a special. So you can turn our pick 4 into a pick 5 and turn $10 into $200 just by using code Snapback. Best of luck out there. I feel like this is a solid slip. How do you feel about this?
I said I love Rams, I love Ravens, and I love
I was saying underdog.
and Colts. Oh, I love the slip too, outside of your pick.
Is Underdog offering free square Casey to have a losing week? Yes.
Yes, that is free as. Actually, you know what I need from you? Right as we hang up, I'm going to put the camera on you. You're going to do I love the board. We're going to throw it up. I'm going to fade every single one of your spread picks.
It's already been made.
Oh, you guys did that already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We don't need you. We don't need you.
Yeah,
You guys are
you
ahead
stay
of-
on
you
that
guys-
side, all right?
You guys are ahead of the game.
Yeah.
All right, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. Much love. Peace.